Welcome to Lanterns Live, the only live stream YouTube channel dedicated solely to the Green Lantern universe. I'm Ralph, and today I'm talking about a Justice League book. Why would I talk about a Justice League book on this channel? It's because it's Justice League Red. It's a new series that just came out from Saladin Ahmed, art by Clayton Henry and Arif Prianto. Now, this features Simon Baz. I wasn't going to cover it, but I heard good things about this book, and so I decided to give it a shot. I'm going to let you guys know right off the bat, I really enjoyed this. This was a ton of fun, and without spoiling anything, I think I will have this in my regular rotation until I decide to drop off. But I really enjoyed Justice League Red. But before we get to that, I just want to chat and say hey to everybody. We have a couple of new recruits. Actually, Get Your Geek On is here. They're a new recruit. They've been in less than a month. Thank you for your patronage. I really appreciate it. It helps any sort of monetization that this channel gets goes right back into the channel. So the StreamYard Studio and the Photoshop to do graphics and stuff. So it's super helpful. If anyone else wants to join us, 99 cents. There's also a $4.99 tier. And as soon as that $4.99 tier gets any members, I'll be doing live streams exclusively to those members at the $5 tier. I believe it's $4.99. So if you want to join at that level, I'll do live streams just for those members, and if it's only one member, it's you and me. So go ahead and join. Thank you. Vactor is also here. Says great issue. Vactor's been is joined for more than a month, so he has a Green Lantern status on his thing. Been waiting all week for this. Says Get Your Geek On. Great. It sounds like people are digging on this. I don't read a ton of Justice League. It's one of the reasons why this channel is a Green Lantern-centric channel, because I love reading Green Lantern. But Simon Baz's story is kind of light over in Green Lantern Corps, and I like Simon Baz. His run on Green Lanterns with Jessica Cruz, the Sam Humphries book, is one of my favorite Green Lantern stories since the Jeff Johns era. And I was like, you know what? I'd like to see what Simon's up to. And this book was really surprisingly really fun. It really hits the ground running. It's a really solid start. You kind of get thrust right into this whole thing that involves Red Tornado. And it drops you right in. It's action packed. There's a great cliffhanger ending that kind of sucked me in. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm a couple weeks off from its release doing this stream. So I don't know when book 2 comes out, but I'm ready. So hopefully we can get that sooner than later. I might even do if the next one drops the same week as another GL book, I might do a Friday show or a following Monday show, and do multiple shows a week depending on the release schedule. But I want to kind of stay up on this book because I enjoyed it so much. If you haven't read it, I'm not going to get too much into spoilers. There's one spoiler at the end that I'll kind of warn you about. But for the most part, it drops you right in. And essentially what happens is, if you've seen Avengers Infinity War, I think it was, in that story, Doctor Strange looks at every possible combination of timelines and tries to figure out a way to defeat Thanos. There's something kind of similar going on here. The book opens up with essentially Red Tornado doing his precog thing and being like, okay, the Justice League has reformed, but because of that, there's some repercussions. And if things happen a certain way, we're going to end up with a zombie outbreak, or we're going to end up with alien invasions. every scenario that Red Tornado's come up with shows the Earth being doomed. And so he's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I need to create a team outside the Justice League, and the Justice League can't know about it. So it's like this special group of heroes. In this issue, the first person he goes to is Simon Baz. And for me, I'm like, Simon never really gets his full due in Green Lantern books. And so it's nice for him to be like top of the list. This is the dude. And then he also recruits Power Girl. And I haven't read any Power Girl outside of like Blackest Night and stuff. I'm not super familiar with their character. I know a few stories, but for the most part, she's kind of a blind spot. What's great about this book is I never felt lost or confused. They give you a blurb right up front about Red Tornado, and it's kind of a secret ops mission that Red Tornado is doing under everybody's sort of out of everyone's peripheral. So like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, who did very specific about talking about the Trinity. They're unaware that Red Tornado is doing this thing, this special team that's gonna save the doomed Earth somehow. When I was a kid, there's a Sega CD game called Eternal Champions, and in that game, essentially, the characters, it's a fighting game like Street Fighter 2. Every character in the game had died. And because of their death, the future of the world, it caused a ripple effect that ended the world. And so there's this guy, the Eternal Champion, who brings all of these people throughout time back to life to duke it out so that whoever's victorious can return to the point before they die and continue living, thus saving the world. So that's basically the situation we have here. And for some reason, Red Tornado thinks it's Simon Baz and Power Girl. So it's I'm like, okay, so like Simon Baz being like important, like a linchpin to the survival of Earth is, pretty cool. It's pretty cool because like we've seen Kyle do that, we've seen Hal and John do that, but I don't think we've really seen Simon in that position. So this will be a lot of fun. Really, really, really enjoy it. Get your geek on says the whole storyline was giving Simon Baz Emerald Sight with such a cool addition to Lantern lore, in my opinion. Yeah, that was one of those things that the Emerald Sight, I forgot about that. Yeah, that should be interesting. This story, it's pretty basic. There's the setup, which I pretty much just mentioned, but they get sent off to a planet to go do this first thing. There's a planet that the name is escaping me because I just read this book. I've been a little bit busy, but they go to the planet of one second. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to find it. Varva, Varva. So there's something going on. There's violence in the streets, and Power Girl and Simon show up and take out some like resistance fighters, I guess. I'm not really clear on who they are, but they have guns. They're shooting at Power Girl. They're shooting at Simon. They get dispatched. Simon does a classic boxing glove, and he said that this is like it's like small potatoes. It's like, what a weird thing to come all this way to fight just these like resistance guys until this giant robot shows up. So this giant robot shows up, and this giant robot is a force to be reckoned with. It's like several stories high. It's got incredibly strong defenses, and it's like yellow with like tractor legs, kind of like a Megazord or Voltron of some sort, but more like a Megazord because it looks like it's like a Transformer or something, but it's definitely big. So it's this yellow truck here. This yellow truck transforms into this giant robot, and they're struggling to take it out. Power Girl gets punched. Simon gets punched. They're both like, oh, we should probably take this more seriously because it's stronger than they thought. So they're able to finally get the upper hand. Simon does like a sort of straitjacket thing around the machine and like binds its arms. And while he's doing that, it's taking a lot of his willpower to hold this sort of straitjacket in place. And Power Girl comes in and just knocks the head off of it. Let me tell you something. I really like the art in this book. I love these thick lines. They look really nice. I think Simon is drawn really great. I think all the renderings are nice and clean looking. They're not too busy. It doesn't have that like 90s image comic like sort of aesthetic. Like it's a really pleasing to look at book. It looks like a classic comic book. I really enjoyed the artwork in this. And the thing is this. So they defeat the robot. But the robot really doesn't have any weapons on it. And it's not like a robot that's like out to like kill people. It kind of reminded me of Green Lantern, the animated series episode Steam Lantern, where there's the giant mechs walking around with the like professor's face in it. And they're going around and Green Lantern and Steam Lantern go in and like try to take these things out and defeat them. And it ends up being that those mechanical robots in the Steam Lantern world were actually made to protect the people, but the optics made it look like they were trampling people, and it wasn't really. It looked like a show of force instead of a show of protection. And this is what's happening here. So they just destroy this machine, and inside they find seeds, and it's basically a giant robot that's there to make rain and plant food for the people. So it's really kind of interesting. Like here it says they grew food. So that's where I started getting really interested, because why would Red Tornado send these two out to a planet to take out this robot? How is this helping the survival of Earth? How is this helping this planet? It seems off. Something seems really off. And so for me, I'm like, is Red Tornado bad? Are his algorithms that he's doing do all the calculations to see the downfall of Earth? What is going on? Are the calculations off? Because Red Tornado's like the smartest like android being or whatever. But the calculations are off. That's what Simon and Power Girl believe. And I'm with them. So they're now very, very concerned about why they were sent to take out this robot and what this means to this planet. What's this mean to Earth? And also, what the hell is going on with Red Tornado? Doing all this stuff under the Justice League's nose, to the point where Justice League doesn't even know this is happening. And Simon and Power Girl were told, don't tell anybody you're doing this. It's our little secret. And so now it's like, holy shit, like what is happening? Like something's wrong. It almost reminds me of the movie Predator when Dutch goes in with Carl Weathers' character, Dylan, in to go do this job as mercenaries, only to find out that like they've been set up, that they're trying to cover mistakes of Dylan. So it reminds me of that. Something's going on with Red Tornado. He's not giving them all the information they're doing this under the Justice League's nose, and it seems wrong. And it's really secretive. So here's the end. This is the end of this issue, which is the big cliffhanger. So if you haven't read it and you're thinking about reading it, I kind of gave you the basic gist of what the story is. The next is the big splash page spoiler. This is the hook to this issue. We see somebody watching Simon and Power Girl on a monitor try to sort this out. What's going on with Red Tornado? And it says, the Man of Tin has made his move sooner than expected, Red Tornado, which means it's time. And time for what? Who is saying this? None other than Black Adam. It's time for Black Adam. So I honestly don't know how Black Adam fits into this. But it seems like Black Adam was waiting for the Red Tornado to create this scenario where he needs to get Simon and Power Girl. I don't know how he knows. I don't know if he's manipulating Red Tornado or if he was able to somehow use his Shazam powers to electrocute Red Tornado, alter Red Tornado in any sort of way. I'm not really sure, but now I'm super hooked. The next issue is called The Lies That Bind. The Lies That Bind. So, yeah, super intriguing book. Again, like I said, love the artwork. I think the writing was good. I think the dialogue is good. Simon, it was great to see Simon again as a full character being given importance. Love it. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. It was a real quick read. It's nice also that it was one of the lower price issues. I know that, some books now are up to like $5.99 and stuff. This was nice, $3.99. It was a good price. I don't know if that's just an introductory price or if they're going to raise them down the road. But if it's $3.99, I think I'm fine, like, continuing going. Again, with the support, the monetary support that the subscribers have been giving me on YouTube, along with my Patreon and stuff, allows me to do stuff like this. But yeah, I think I'm going to do more. So as soon as I'm going to go check the previews just to see the release dates on Justice League Red 2, and I'll set up a stream for that. It probably won't be on a normal Wednesday. The reason why I'm doing it today is because there was no Green Lantern book coming out, no Green Lantern news sort of coming out, but I can feel it. I can feel the Lanterns news coming. And if you guys want to talk about that for a little bit, tomorrow, is 2 out already? Craig just mentioned that he picked up 2 today and thought it was fun. If 2's out, I mean, maybe I pop on maybe Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. I have some stuff going on next week. Wednesday, I'll definitely be back for Green Lantern 27 with Will Smith from the Green Lanterns podcast. I believe that's what's up next. So we'll see. I'll pick this up. I'll pick up issue 2 at some point, and I want to get it fairly regular. Maybe that'll be like a Friday thing, but right now Fridays are up in the air because tomorrow is Peacemaker episode 5, and Peacemaker episode 5 is the one that all of the people like your Brandon Davises, Jenna from Go Read Some Comics, and Heroes Reforged with our buddy Hector, like, everybody got up to season 5 of Peacemaker ahead of time. Your new rock stars and Screen Crush, and all those guys got it already, and that's airing tomorrow. If a Green Lantern shows up in that, I'll be doing an episode at 9 o'clock on Friday morning. So keep an eye out. Make sure you hit the bell icon. The bell icon will let you know if I'm doing a show on Friday morning or not. But once that's done, Peacemaker episode 5, we're getting into the territory where James Gunn said he didn't want anybody to see 6, 7, and 8 ahead of time. So we're getting into the territory where he's like, this is my favorite thing I've ever done. This sets up the rest of the DCU. It sounds like these 3 episodes, specifically 6 and 8, apparently are like big deals, which I think maybe 7 would be like a flashback or so, or not have, like, he keeps mentioning 6 and 8 are the favorite thing he's done. Maybe he just didn't direct episode 7. But the way this is going, once Peacemaker's done in 3 weeks, the next thing coming up is Lanterns for the DCU. That's it. Lanterns is the next thing on the slate. Peacemaker ends the week of New York Comic Con, like a day or 2 before New York Comic Con starts. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm going to try to keep my schedule clear for any Lanterns news that's coming, because I want to make sure that as soon as anything drops, Lanterns related, I'll be on here within minutes to be able to chat about it. So hit the bell icon. Come join me in the chat if any breaking Green Lantern news happens, especially with the show Lanterns, which is 3 weeks away from being the next thing in the DCU. So very excited about that. We're going to be getting into that. The way that HBO has been talking, they said it's one of the greatest shows ever. I mean, yeah, they want people to watch it and they're going to hype it up, but it sounds like it's going to be something special. I hope so. I really hope for something coming out of New York Comic Con. I'd like to see the costumes. I'd like to see the Green Lantern uniforms that Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre are going to wear as Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. I'd love it if they reveal that Guy Gardner is going to have his comic accurate vest, jacket with the boots and the white striped pants. Like, I'm hoping for something. I want to see a power battery. I want to see rings. I want to see if the gloves are green or white. I want to see it all. So I'm going to be keeping like notifications on Reddit. I'll keep my notifications on everywhere. I have notifications set to James Gunn on Blue Sky. So as soon as those pop up, I'm getting notified. And if it's Green Lantern related, I have a template set up for thumbnails on YouTube. It takes me about 3 or 4 minutes to set up a studio space for a live record. And so hit the bell icon. I will be there. Hopefully they do it while I'm sitting here at home, so I could just boom, pop on and be off and running, because I cannot wait for any Green Lantern news. I am itching. I am itching, and I'm hoping these amazing last 3 episodes that James Gunn is talking about with Peacemaker season 2. I'm hoping some doors get open and we get some Green Lantern stuff. We know Guy Gardner's around in the Justice Gang. That was a nice moment in the first episode, but like, just start bringing stuff in. Just start bringing stuff in. I want to see Kyle, Jessica. I want to see Kyle Chandler. I want to see Aaron Pierre. I want to get everybody in the mix. I want to see some Alien Lanterns. I know I'm setting myself up for disappointment, but if there's just one Lantern, even if it's Guy again, I will do an episode the Friday following that episode of Peacemaker. So look forward to that. I have a new shirt in the shop. If you like Green Lantern 2011 movie starring Ryan Reynolds, I did a hat and shirts of that are the credit of Martin Campbell. It says directed by Martin Campbell in the same font that they use for the end credits. It's a stupid shirt. It's really stupid. It's almost like so stupid that I kind of want one. So I'll probably get one for myself. It says directed by Martin Campbell in the Green Lantern end credits font. Again, I don't know if that's anything anybody wants, but it's available if you're a fan. You know, I'm sort of lukewarm on the movie. I think what's there is good, but it should have been so much more. It feels like a Cliff's Note version or an outline of a Green Lantern story that needed to be fleshed out a little bit more, and they needed to open up the universe more. But that's my opinion. Doesn't stop me from wanting that directed by Martin Campbell shirt. So that's that. That's all we got for the week. Thank you everybody for joining me. keep an eye out because I'm gonna go see if Justice League Red 2 is available for me to grab on my iPad, and then if I do, I'll schedule an episode sooner than later because I really enjoyed it. So thank you, everybody. Until next time, beware my podcast. It's Lanterns Live. Bye.